Hello there, and welcome to another video in this short series of videos where I'm going over helmets and headgear that I made in my cosplay journey. This helmet is one of my favorite helmets I've ever made. From scratch, from EVA foam, it's my it's up there. By the time I'd gotten to this helmet, I had gotten a Dremel. I'd gotten better knives, better tools, a better workstation, that kind of stuff. And I had been making other props. I had made a couple Destiny things. I had made several Monster Hunter things. Um, and I just, when Monster Hunter Rise, because this is the Almudron Helmet from Monster Hunter Rise. And when that game was announced, and then there was the demo, and I saw this helmet from the armor set, I knew I had to make this thing. And the entire armor set was so fun to make. Um, this helmet, here, let me pick this up so I can show you. I got the fake eyes, the mouth, the jawbone. I got way better at cuts. You can see the bevels up here that it's now dremeled. Still a little rough, but way better than just hand cutting everything. This whole backside and everything was just all hand done. The yellow's a little bit messy, but I'll show you why it's a little bit messy in a moment. But this helmet, one, I used to have a light in here. I don't know what I did with it. But this helmet, I love it because the detailing and the paintwork I did, the weathering, the lights, the yellow, but also that the face, I can see out of it. I hid the way I see out of it in the helmet. Now, if you've done your own costumes and cosplay, you might even see what I'm talking about. But I took an entire welding visor, and on the inside, you could see that entire welding visor is right in there. And you could just see right through it. This thing is so cool. And because of the Almudron's armor color and the armor scheme, it completely blends in with everything else. And instead of, having to figure out some kind of weird slot or little stippling holes to look through, I hid the entire visor in there. Now, this helmet, as well as the rest of the armor, did have some oval pieces like this that had LEDs in it. This one, I don't know why, but it does not have an LED up there. I thought I did, but other parts in the armor had LEDs behind the stuff up here. But on top of having LEDs, it had something else. I had painted the yellow bits with some fluorescent and glow-in-the-dark paint so that you can see that there was like glowy bits in there when I went into darker areas. And it's just one of my favorite things I've ever done for a piece of armor, where on the rest of the armor pieces I had LEDs, and instead of having a wire going through the entire pieces of armor and having to connect that with battery packs and whatnot, all the lines on my armor was base painted with the yellow, and then I had glow in the dark paint that I mixed with some clear paint and just painted it into the grooves on top of the yellow so that I could have parts on my armor that was actually glowing. And of course, when I was out in the light, I didn't have to worry about the LEDs being drowned out by like the light, because I had painted yellow plastic sheets on top of the lights. I had painted the yellow lines already. So only when I went into darker rooms, it really enhanced my whole costume. Um, so yeah, this is like my favorite helmet that I've ever made. I've got a couple other really good favorite ones, but in this journey of me learning how to do costumes and um, cosplay and props and stuff, this one really like skyrocketed my ability level. So yeah, thank you all for hanging out and watching this short video, and I will see you all in the next one. Later.